Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Larry. This is Your Own Adventure. Today we're going to talk about the Husky 20-inch 3-drawer toolbox. This is a portable home toolbox and it's perfect to set up for specialty trades or anything like that where you have to pick it up and go. I have mine set up for home repair and also bike repair. I'm technically a bike mechanic. I fix and repair and rebuild bikes on this channel, and so I have it set up for bike mechanic stuff and as well as home repair sort of stuff. So this is probably a 90% toolbox. You could get 90% of the jobs done with it. I think this one sells for about $49 at Lowe's. I picked it up secondhand a few years ago on Facebook for like 20 bucks, and for that it's like a no-brainer. So I really like this toolbox. Craftsman has a toolbox similar. I think it's like a 24-inch. But again, if you're a tradesman or a specialty mechanic that needs certain tools, this one's a pretty good toolbox to have for coming and going with your repairs and whatnot. If you have any specialty tools that you don't see in this toolbox, then obviously go ahead and change them out and make it work in your trade or in your field. This is just kind of an organization thing to show you how to organize it. On the outside here we have these new Craftsman tray magnetic, like they're silicone and they fold. They're really nice. I actually just keep them like this because I do a lot of repair on bikes and whatnot, so these little bolts I toss in there and it's magnetic, so they stay in one spot. The visibility on this is not the greatest. That's my only issue with it, but I do like the way that they sit on the outside of the toolbox, like perfectly in line with it. And then on this side we have a magnetic koozie with some safety glasses in it. That's a Ride Alifia koozie. Support your local trails. And opening it up, on the inside, on the lid, we have some magnets holding some specialty mini screwdrivers. These are Torx, and I don't use them often, but the packaging that they came in is really bulky, so I figured I'd keep them up there, so if I ever need to use them, I'll know where they're at. Up on the top as well, I have this Stanley power lock, and these are the magnets that I'm using. They're like 3/4 inch and very thin profile. You can pick them up at Lowe's for like, I think it's like $8 for 10 of them or something like that, and they work really great for this application. Got a magnetic reacher tool for picking stuff up off the ground, some drill bits up there because I do find myself needing them, and I don't need like the whole range. I just need, if I need to drill a hole, then I just need to drill a hole. Either it's small or it's big, and that's the two options that I really choose. Up on the top tray here, I have everything that I need for quick access if I need to do a repair. Pretty much everything up on the top I have for quick access for like home repair and things like that. That's why there's a tool or a measuring tape up there and small things like that. But some gloves, those are brand new. This is bike specific stuff. This is just some grease in a tube, and if you're a bike mechanic, just use the tube with the little nozzle on the end. It'll save you a ton of headaches. I have a huge tube of grease somewhere that has like a paintbrush in it, and it's a headache. But anyways, Loctite, which these two things right here, Loctite and grease, are something that all cyclists and mountain bikers should have on them all the time, because Loctite, if you don't use Loctite, you're going to lose some disc rotors, or you're going to lose a stem or something like that. Okay, so we have some metric Allen keys. Some of the keys are missing because I'm actually working on a bike right now. Have a tire lever kit. These are really beefy, and I haven't had one snap, which is what I need. Some scissors, which again, these are kind of just everyday tasks, but I don't typically come out here because I have scissors everywhere if I need a pair of scissors. Right here we have a small tool that is used as a nail cuticle like trimmer, I guess, but I actually use them for that spring there on a mountain bike, or yeah, just a mountain bike, or a dropper post, fork, anything that has like a spring holding the stanchion, the seal for the stanchion, and I removed the spring with this so I could squirt some lube down in there. It's probably one of the best tools that I have in my toolkit for bikes, for mountain bikes anyways. And then here we have a chain brake. I do have a set of Master Link removers, but they're again inside, so pretty much I have the full gamut of like 90% of the bike tools that you're gonna need to do a job on a bike up here ready for me, and I've really been liking this. Then you have some just utility blades and the standard stuff that I might need to grab on the go. It's a really cool flashlight that I picked up from Walmart like years ago. It's Ozark Trail, and it has like a lantern position, kind of turns it into a flare or like a glow stick. I haven't seen this flashlight in the store in years, but got that like many years ago, but I love that thing. And here we have another magnetic tray with a spoke wrench and a cassette removal tool. I actually like this tray more than these trays just because of the visibility, but you can't put as much stuff in there, so I pick and choose whenever I use that. Down here we have a Vibrelli torque wrench, which really fortunate enough to have a good relationship with this company through my cycling videos, mountain biking videos. This is a great torque wrench for the price, and you're not only getting a very highly precise torque wrench. That thing's pretty small. It's only like 6 inches, maybe 7, maybe 8, somewhere in that range. Anyways, but you also get a set of 1/4 inch hex bits, which is really nice. Yeah, if you're a mechanic, you'll know the reason why, that those are more efficient and practical in some scenarios, but I use these all the time without actually using the torque wrench, but I do use the torque wrench all the time as well for torquing things down to spec, and I never thought I would be, but I do appreciate that, and thank you to Vibrelli and their team for sending me out products to do reviews on. And then you have just like a microfiber for, anything and everything. Down here we have a 3/8 ratchet, and I need to actually get a new 1/4 inch ratchet because mine went on the fritz because it's a Harbor Freight one. These are Pittsburgh metric. This is like a full set of 1/4 inch metric, and then down here we have a full set of 1/4 inch standard. They're like deep sockets, and I prefer to have them in these either the organizer or in the tray that they actually come in. I just modified this and broke off the end to keep them pretty organized and easily accessible. That's the main theme of this toolbox here. I want everything to be very efficient and organized, but not so organized that I'm not going to want to use it. This is just for brushing off dust and whatnot off like a work surface. And then here we have a lithium ion. This is a Dremel tool. That's everything that's up here, and again I try to keep it nice and open so that I'm not not using stuff. The first drawer, here we have all the main tools that again 90% of the jobs that you're gonna face, you could pretty much get them done with this tray here. The other side of the Allen key set, this is the standard sizings, a set of water pump pliers, channel locks if you will. This is from Harbor Freight. These are the Doyle's, kind of like a mid-range. Trying to stay away from the Harbor Freight stuff because I've had a lot of it break, and even the mid-range stuff. This is actually a pretty good tool. It feels quality and it'll probably last a lifetime. But any of the cheaper stuff, don't pick up. Like, I think this is pretty similar to like the cheaper stuff. This is called Workforce, but pretty much the same level as like the low-end Pittsburgh stuff. This is just a standard slip joint. I don't typically use that a lot, but it's in there. And then this is one of my favorites. This is a old 8-inch adjustable crescent wrench. This is a USA made one. Picked up a set of these at the flea market for like 10 bucks, like a 6-inch and an 8-inch, and they are going to last indefinitely, and they're the most smooth and well machined tools that I probably own, with the exception to my Knipex tool, but it's actually not in here either. It's in my workshop where I'm working on a bike right now. Got a vice grip, needle nose. These are really bad needle nose, but they do the job. I typically use my Leatherman if I need a needle nose on the go. And then this thing is pretty cool. Picked it up just recently because I wanted an all-in-one screwdriver. It's a one-handed ratchet, so you can see there that I'm moving the ratchet, or the gear in there, one way, and the teeth are engaging it and turning it the opposite way. Really cool and efficient, and it has I think it's got like 12 bits in the tail end of it, so really nice little tool for like 10 bucks. I got on sale, and it's a lifetime warranty, so if anything happens to it, I'll be good to go. And then here, just a small screwdriver, and a set of standards, just a flathead and a number 1 Phillips. I believe that's a number 1, correct me if I'm wrong. And then that's pretty much it for this top drawer. I mean, again, these are tools that you get pretty much anything done with. The vice grip especially, you could clamp down with this thing and get a lot of stuff unstuck. I have another set of like needle nose vice grips that are really nice, but they're in my toolbox out in the shed. So down here in the next drawer, we have like household, so just like adhesives, epoxies, and a multimeter. And then I have this organizer with just a bunch of different like home goods, and like nails and attachment points, brackets, and etc. And I just really like to have something like this for in the house, because you just never know and you might need it. I actually just picked this up because I was looking for an organizer like this to store all the nails and small hardware for the house, but then I was at Lowe's and I saw this for like 10 bucks, and I thought that is a really good idea, and I don't have to think about it. It's just there ready, and I'll know exactly what I have. And then on the very bottom here, nothing special, just the big tools. I got a rubber mallet. Let's see here, we got like a dive knife, just in case you're diving and you have this toolbox on you. I don't know. And you got a framing hammer. This is a composite. This is from Harbor Freight. I typically don't use this framing hammer. As you can tell, it's kind of brand new. I'm not a framer, so if I need to use like a bigger hammer, I'll grab this thing, but typically I use like a small ball peen for what I do. And this one is seen some wear, and it's a weird ball peen. It's got like a hollow handle, which I don't love, but it does make it pretty light. So this has been with me for a while, and it'll keep on going. But then just recently I picked up this thing. This is almost like a geology rock excavator. I feel like I've seen geologists with a similar tool, and forgive me if I'm completely ignorant on what it's called, but I love the size and profile of this thing, and I believe this is going to be my new favorite hammer. It might not even be considered a hammer, but let me know in the comments. And then just a standard pry bar, a small file. I really like this file. I need to clean it up though. It's pretty old, and it's again been with me for a while, but if you need a file, then this is probably one of my favorites. It's got two different files on each side, and then this is kind of like a rasp here, and this one is flat. This one's got a bit of a concave profile, or actually that's convex rather. And that's pretty much it for this toolbox. I got some sandpaper in there too, but that's pretty much it. Overall, I think this is a really cool toolbox. It's taken me years to finally get to this point where I have it organized to a place where I'm happy with it, and I don't like hoard my tools. That's a serious problem if you're a hoarder, and you have several tools all over the place. But I feel like I've gotten to the point where I have this toolbox, and then I have a toolbox out in the garage, and that's all that I need. That's all that I want. And hopefully I continue to organize this thing and make it better and better. But if you thought anything in this video was helpful or have any questions or concerns, maybe any ideas of your own that you want to share, then put them in the comments down below. And that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to go out there and create your own adventure however you can. Spread some positivity. See you on the next one. Mahalo.